ये पॉडकास्ट रिकॉर्ड करने से पहले मेरे को धक धक हो रहा है. That was a quote from the 2006 film Phir Hera Pheri. With me to talk about Phir Hera Pheri in the studio is my co-host Urjita.
Hello, namaste.
And wearing the perfect wardrobe, perfect dress for this episode. We've been wanting to get him on the show for a long time.
Yes.
He's an intense listener of podcasts, huge podcast fan.
I love podcasts.
It's a writer, comedian. You've seen him on YouTube. You've seen him with EIC. You've seen him at Binge O'Clock. Please welcome Mr. Sahil Shah.
Yay! Oh my God, I am so excited. Okay.
So we knew you were a morning person, so we kept this recording at 10 a.m.
At 10 in the morning.
On a Friday.
As I was telling them, who doesn't want to wake up at 9 a.m., get ready for a podcast, especially a podcast that maybe 3 people are listening to.
Hey.
I'm kidding. 4
It's
people,
10, okay,
4 people, 10 people listen. Sorry, TK, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take it down. But to all the 10 people who are listening, I love you. Just know that. I love you. We all love you. So,
you want to know another fun fact? This actually might be our 100th recording.
oh my God,
So
could
you're
it?
kind of depending on how other recordings happen, this might.
No,
go-
ऐसे करके if it's 101, sometimes I've done it, right?
Yeah.
We were doing Binge O'Clock and it was actually 51 and I was like, this is the 50th episode.
Yeah.
तो मैंने एक episode delete कर दिया और फिर पूरा you just rearrange it to make it the 50th.
Wow, nice.
But thank you for putting in the effort for wearing this t-shirt for this particular episode. We're talking about Phir Hera Pheri. And
Is this why you wanted to do Phir Hera Pheri? Because you had this t-shirt?
No, so okay,
Now I feel that is the
let's
reason.
put that up chronology samajh.
oh my
okay?
God, yes.
So basically, y'all had asked me, blah, blah, movie, what do you want to do? We
Right.
thought about movie, aaya, nahi aaya.
Before that, for our audio listeners, I just want to describe it's a t-shirt with a Mona Lisa on it. Only except in the Mona Lisa's face, it's a face of Akshay Kumar peeping out.
Yeah.
Just like from the movie.
In the movie, there's a scene, right, where Akshay Kumar pops out of
Yes.
the painting. So they
Yes.
have basically this website as, I think it's called Adulthood, ADLT or something. ADLT.in. Not
How
paid,
did-
not
how
paid. So delete
How
kar
did you
sakte ho.
chance upon it?
Basically, I am a sucker for Instagram ads. Okay, so this is what it is. I will explain the chronology.
Yes.
You all were trying to get me on for the show. We discussed multiple movies. Then there was one movie which I really wanted to do, which someone else did. And I despise both of y'all because y'all let that other person get away with it. And then eventually, blah, 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 we came across Phir Hera Pheri. I'm like, how has nobody done Phir Hera Pheri?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have to do this. And we locked it, blah, 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 blah. And the thing is, I don't know, maybe it's WhatsApp, reading the messages or whatever, but Instagram ad, I got an Instagram ad. And the moment I saw this t-shirt, okay, Mona Lisa, Akshay Kumar's face popping through, I'm like, I have to buy it. I bought it. And I swear to God, I love this t-shirt so much because
amazing.
it is a fantastic conversation
Yeah.
starter for 3 reasons. Number one, people who know Phir Hera Pheri lose their shit when they see it. They're like, dude, that is so cool. People who don't know are like, "Ye kaun hai? Ye that's Akshay. What is Akshay? I'm not. What is why?" And even if people don't know, it's just a funny t-shirt to wear.
Yeah.
The first time I wore this, I was taking a flight. Sorry, I'll just quickly finish
Yeah,
the
sure.
story.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
was
no.
taking a flight. I think I was off to Delhi, and I remember early morning from when I was coming back Delhi to Bombay. I was doing security check, and I see the guy, he's trying to, he's scanning the other guy, but he's staring at me and giggling, okay? And I'm like, why you? And I'm also giggling at him, and we are both like, Aapko pata hai? He's like,
Nice.
And then he comes close, he's, कौन है ये भैया? Akshay Kumar है? Akshay Kumar कैसे? I'm like, Phir Hera Pheri में, I'm like, अरे हाँ. And I'm like, हाँ. अगली बार आपका चेहरा लगा देना. I'm like, sir, thank you. I appreciate your creative feedback on this t-shirt design, but let's just stick to Akshay Kumar for now.
You made that guy's day. Now
I
he
mean,
has
like,
something to talk about to his fellow security guards.
Yeah, but no, he made my day. I was so happy. No one compliments you for clothes anymore,
Yeah,
or like
that's true.
t-shirts or anything. Like Urjita, you're wearing such a beautiful t-shirt, And
It's
Abbas,
not a t-shirt.
Abbas, you're wearing such a beautiful off-shoulder dress,
That's
you know.
true,
That's
yes.
just for our audio listeners. Abbas is wearing the most sensual off-shoulder. Like, I mean, I swear, I mean, I know I could get into controversial territory, but oh my God, what do they call it? The
decolonization.
The decolonization of his chest is, oh my
If you needed a reason to log on to YouTube to watch this on
You
video,
have to watch it.
to,
You
yeah.
have to. In fact, it is so sensual that mostly we'll have to blur it for the whole podcast.
I love the fact that this T-shirt is the exact opposite of adulthood, and it was on a
Yeah,
website.
I
for
think that's what it is.
adulthood.com.
I got this. I got another one where it's written Sugar Daddy in Hindi. I mean, I
nice.
think that's the idea of it. It's stupid nonsense. Anyways,
Ironic.
long story short, I'm a hardcore Hera Pheri and Phir Hera Pheri lover, but more importantly, I love Phir Hera Pheri to
More
bits.
than Hera Pheri?
More than Hera Pheri. There's a reason why. I will
Yeah.
come to it.
Okay.
And this T-shirt is a representation of how much I love the movie. So I had to wear it. In fact, it is wet. It didn't dry properly. I'm wearing a wet T-shirt. I ironed it, thoda halka, but I needed to wear it. Nothing else would do justice to this podcast apart from
Totally,
this T-shirt.
Sahil
Yeah.
has done so many favors to us within the last 15 minutes. Now I feel like मैं बच्चों के नाम साहिल
नहीं,
के नाम
नहीं।
पे रखूंगी.
रख दो. Raju. Babu.
So, Phir Hera Pheri comes 6 years after the first film. Here's like the 2-line synopsis on IMDb. A twist of fate changes the lives of Raju, Shyam and Baburao when they get cheated by a fraudster. They must now find another way to repay the loan taken from a dreaded gangster.
Yeah.
So, of course, the 3 main leads return for this. Paresh Rawal, Akshay Kumar and Suniel Shetty. And the female leads don't. But then this film has every comedic actor in Bollywood at that time stuffed into the movie. We'll get more into what the quote-unquote plot of the film is because it's insane.
Yeah.
But Urjita, you had seen this film before? Do you remember when it came out? You must have been, what, 9 years old?
This is 2006, right?
2006,
I was
yeah.
8. I was
Okay.
8. So I remember telling Sahil that I've never seen this movie before
Right.
and I'll watch it. But while watching it, I found myself saying a few dialogues before they arrived
Yeah.
on screen. Like
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, I know this film. I have watched it. And then when watching the film, when I saw the climax and all, I was like, okay, yeah, I know what happens. Kukuduku and all, I know.
Yeah, the thing with Phir Hera Pheri is that the reason why it is so popular, it may not be the funniest movie that you see right now. It may not be the greatest movie that you see right now. It is entrenched in Indian pop culture.
Yeah.
You can't scroll Instagram without coming across one Phir Hera Pheri meme. I'm not saying Hera Pheri.
Yeah.
Phir Hera Pheri
Yeah.
meme.
Yeah.
There are memes that are so iconic dialogues.
Yeah.
I would say it is one of the first Indian movies to have a breakthrough in pop culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean to say?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
all
yeah,
your
yeah.
references are Hera Pheri pop culture. You could tie into nostalgia. You could tie it into like, oh my god, we all grew up watching this. But
Yeah.
you don't see Dil Se memes. You don't
Correct.
see. It's like
They say memes.
I don't know. Yeah. You know what I mean to say, right? You don't see listen.
Yeah.
There are enough 90s memes if I want to talk about, which
Yeah.
you can talk about,
Yeah.
like really shady ones also. But it's like there's a switch in your head that just clicks, right? Abhi यहाँ पे I'm sitting with y'all. You play Chaiya Chaiya, I will be on the floor. All of us,
Yeah.
the whole
Right.
room will
Yes,
be on the
yes.
floor
Right.
because there's a switch. कि ये करना पड़ेगा. It is part of what you've grown up. And Phir Hera Pheri is that, I don't know. It's on that cusp of adulthood, I think, for me.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
I was, the internet was just coming into fray.
Correct.
That
Yeah.
movie had come
Yeah.
out. And the memes are so iconic. The characters are iconic. The movie, you don't remember the movie.
Yeah.
You remember it through the memes, right?
Yes.
It's the same thing
Yeah.
that you
Yes.
said. You
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
it through the dialogues.
Exactly.
What about you? Like,
No, I saw this when it came out in the theaters. I was 18 years old. And I remember it was a lot of hype because Hera Pheri by this time had gained that cult status.
Yeah.
And I remember enjoying it a lot. But if given a choice, I would still pick the original Hera Pheri over this
Really?
one. Yeah.
Dude, honestly, I also thought I would pick the Hera Pheri, and Sahil had this argument of why he wanted to do Phir Hera Pheri instead of Hera Pheri.
Yeah.
It's because it was funnier. And I was like, I don't know.
no, not only
So-
because it was funnier, Urjita. I'm sorry to interrupt, but for a show that's called Has It Aged Well, I wanted to talk about a lot of cancelable elements in Phir Hera Pheri, which we will save for later. But
Sure.
that's
Okay.
you wanted a movie that has not aged well. Phir Hera Pheri has not aged well at all. That's the problem.
No, because when Urjita got back to me, Sahil wants to do Phir Hera Pheri, and my reaction was not Hera Pheri. Like that's the more iconic one. That's the one that set forth the Akshay Kumar, Paresh Rawal, Suniel Shetty on the comedy track, right? So why do you think what makes Phir Hera Pheri superior in your eyes than to Hera Pheri?
Again, like I said, if I were to talk about three very simple things I will put. Okay, number one, pop culture, memes. Till date,
Yeah.
if I give someone my phone number, in my head there is a thought going, "ये मेरा Samsung का number है." Okay, like those are the lines that go.
Yeah.
Till date, 150 रुपया देगा is something that I and my brother we talk. So my brother is known for. He's a shit poster. Okay. Now he's become older, but his whole life he's been a shit poster. He's got an entire fan following for shit posting. Sometimes we're like, dude, you're Saga's brother, right? I'm like, wow, what the hell? But on Instagram, he shit posts a lot. Okay. And about 90% of that shit post is Hera Pheri memes. Okay. So his entire life has been Hera Pheri memes. Everything that he's done is Hera Pheri memes. And between us, there's an internal joke, you know. 150 रुपया देगा. Manoj Joshi's character, Kachra Shet. 150 रुपया देगा is an... Like, we use it so many times for random things.
Right.
And random moments, you know. Something like, Sagar, you want this? 150 रुपया देगा. And we, you know, it's an internal joke. So that's number one. Okay. Number two, it's a movie that I think my mom and dad love watching trashy movies and laughing their ass out. But my mom's an amazing person in the sense that my mom has goldfish memory. So she like, oh, I forgot this scene happened, you know, and I would love to have that memory to watch the same thing again and again, like you're watching it for the first time. And I remember during the lockdown, the amount of times we saw Phir Hera Pheri and my mom would cackle away, you know. Like now also if I show, she cackles, like she's crying out of laughter. So it's a very important thing for us also, you know, like collectively when we are laughing at something stupid. And number three, my God, it was Lord Himesh's peak moment.
That's true.
All day, all night.
मुझे याद सताए
The
तेरी.
songs were
मुझे
funny.
याद
The
सताए तेरी.
songs were so funny. Eh, Meri Zora Jabi, what a funny song.
Exactly.
What is that choreography? What is that art
Exactly.
direction? Oh my God, they all look like pink cake from Scooby-Doo. What a great setting.
It is just everything about it. I was watching the movie again yesterday and I'm like, how did we watch all of this? We just saw this. We consumed it. We consumed it.
I remember watching it with a full theater laughing their asses off.
Dude,
in this.
honestly, for me, the funniest scene was like I lost my shit. I had to pause and I had to laugh, and I don't remember me laughing like that since for the last time. It was when the Totla set wala scene is happening.
Yeah.
And when Suniel Shetty starts like, and dude, I lost it. Sunil Shetty saying that with a straight face.
Yeah.
It was fucking funny.
अरे थोड़ा धीरे से बोल वो subtitles नहीं है तो that is such a good iconic line. It's such the thing is it is something you can see again and again and again and still laugh because again like you say, see, it is inappropriate because you're laughing at Totla people, right? It is highly inappropriate, but it is also it is so funny.
Honestly, for me, the best written character of all time, like in the Neeraj Vohra universe, is the Totla set. Because it's like, imagine you are like, मैं सोचती हूँ कि writers room में ये लोग क्या सोच रहे हैं कि देखो दो गुंडे ठीक है, but गुंडों को भी funny बनाना है. अब वो punchline तो मारेंगे नहीं, so what do we make funny about it? इनको तोतला बना देते. You just single-handedly.
You just got introduced to Ravi Kishan as the Totla character. You are not expecting his boss to be also an even bigger.
इससे भी बड़ा तोतला है. 40 lakh. I am sorry, but 40 lakh is the greatest ever thing. Man, dude, I'm telling you, it is just iconic. It is iconic. I will be old and I will do it as a, you know, like a final, like, you know, just as a, you know, homage to Phir Hera Pheri that I will spend all the money that I ever earned in my entire lifetime, and the only remaining account, like if I have kids, this is my hypothetical plan. I'll have kids hypothetically in the future. I'm on the deathbed. They're like, Dadaji, aapne mile kya choda? And I'm like, aajao, pass aajao. And I've cleared out my account for that very specific number. I'm like, aajao, 40 lakh. And then I die. That's the life plan,
And your grandkids will be like, but grandfather, that's like 40,000 right now. Why did you save?
40. So yeah, I don't know. There's
So would
so
you
much
say you've
of this
seen
movie.
Phir Hera Pheri more times than Hera Pheri?
Yes, I've seen Phir Hera Pheri way more times than Hera Pheri.
Okay.
And that's saying something because I've seen Hera Pheri quite a few times. There are a few movies that we keep watching on a regular this thing. It's like one of those, right? It's a comfort movie.
Right.
Again, like I'm saying, it is not the greatest movie ever,
Right.
but I feel like certain movies are so entrenched in your nostalgia that it forms like a basis of comfort,
Yeah.
right? Like I
Yeah.
know this may have been discussed and I've said it multiple times before and I'm going to say it again. I know we are sidetracking from the conversation, but Andaz Apna Apna sucks. It is not funny. It is not a comedy classic. It is not the greatest movie ever. People who go like Andaz Apna Apna is like, no, it's not. It is junk. It is trash. And say what you want. Attack me in the comments. I don't care. Okay. While listening, if you want to
People are
park
about
your
to tune
you
out
want to
right
park
now.
your car, pull your stereo system out, and be like, Hut sale! Stereo system. That's how old I am. Okay. But I don't know. Like for me, it's like that, right? That you will find.
Oh, I thought
Andaz
there was a but coming.
No.
That is your take on Andaz Apna Apna.
Fuck all movie. No, I'm saying, you know how there are Andaz Apna Apna people who people have grown up watching it and they're like, you don't understand. But for me, it was the funniest thing I ever saw while growing up, and I will defend it till I die.
That's
It's the
this
same thing
movie
with
for
Phir
you.
Hera Pheri for
But
me.
I'm guessing people, all the love for Andaz Apna Apna, honestly, I think it comes from the meta-ness that was shown by the A-listers. कि आमिर खान और सलमान खान वो जो अपने पापा I feel that is why, but I also didn't find it funny.
It's a
honestly.
shitty movie. You should call it Sandas Apna Apna. That's my hot take. Podcast over. Sorry. No, but you're
No,
right.
that's okay.
I will let you talk. You are
No,
absolutely
I also
right.
don't like Andaz Apna Apna.
Wow,
I'm
why?
also fumbling
Both
right
of you.
now. I'm so glad I could say this openly. I couldn't finish it the first time I started watching it.
Even I couldn't.
I think it's a generational thing. You're how old are you?
33.
If you don't want to tell,
33.
33. Okay. Yeah, so then you're like my
No,
age
that's
only,
what I'm trying
like
to
around
say.
my age.
Also, shout out to the one restaurant in Bombay that I thoroughly love.
Andaz
It's in
Apna.
Andheri. It's
Anda
called
Apna.
Andas Apna
Anda
Apna.
Apna Apna.
That serves Andaz.
Andaz.
There's an
and
apostrophe
egg,
here,
and they
oh.
serve egg
Yeah.
dishes. And I have so much respect for the pun. I have so much respect. It is the greatest. I respect you for the pun. And they give really good egg dishes also.
Yeah, they do.
Like, I think there's a go-go omelette and a...
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
the dishes
basically
are
that.
also
All the
named
dishes are
on
Tandon, Ravina Tandon, masala pav and all that. Sorry if I'm screwing the names up. But genius. So yeah, sorry, Andas.
So
not
that
Andas,
Phir
Anda.
Hera Pheri is your movie.
Phir Hera Pheri is a movie that I will defend because I think it's an integral part of you while growing up, if that makes sense. It's
Okay.
an
Yeah,
integral
no,
part
makes
of
sense.
my pop culture.
Okay.
And now it has become an integral part of my pop culture. As in, there are memes that you used to see as a kid that you don't use anymore. Like
The Rage comics kind of shit.
Rage
yeah,
comics. So,
yes.
I know I'm talking to a very select bit of people, but you remember there was a guy called there was this the Numa guy.
Yeah.
Maya
Yeah.
Maya ho na 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 Numa
You have any idea what we're
exactly.
talking
Urjita, you young little piece of shit. Bitya.
But for what shit reason? Today morning I was thinking of this song.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what about it?
So it's the
Soulmates,
same
yay.
thing. When you saw it, it was when the internet was just coming
Right.
about.
Yeah.
He was the first ever, proper meme, global meme fame.
Yeah.
See, I'll be very honest, right? Like, I think Abbas and I are of the generation that grew up without internet and then transitioned
internet came
to
out.
internet.
Yeah.
So for us, meme culture, we've seen it start. It's
Yeah.
not like kids or people nowadays, you know, like Urjita, they are born into meme culture. You
Yes.
know, बेटी पैदा हुई है, लोग sticker भेज रहे WhatsApp पे. You know, ऐसा हमारे ज़माने में नहीं था.
I
you know?
also seen Facebook memes, the rage comics.
Not
Guys,
Facebook memes. So cute you are. You
Guys.
think Facebook was the start of memes? Oh. No, what I mean to say is that, so for us, if you've seen meme culture grow over time, memes come, memes go. Memes get forgotten. Case in point right now, 15 minutes of fame. Badam
Yeah.
badam, haq tua.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, आया, किया, capitalize किया, चला गया.
Just want to mention the Haq Tua girl has a podcast now called Talk to
I
Her.
know.
Yeah,
I was
talk to
again
her.
very proud of that. Very, very proud of
Would you
that.
go on that podcast?
Huh?
Would you go on that podcast?
Yeah, I'd go on the mic and spit on that thing.
Spit on it and say मेरा हक था.
Hey. Okay, so
Yeah, but why? So I think two films, Phir Hera Pheri and I also think Tere Naam is one of those eternal. Tere Naam memes are always in the
Tere Naam means
stratosphere.
not that much. Like, I honestly feel like Phir Hera Pheri has become extremely popular because of the memes. Hera
Okay,
Pheri
yeah, yeah.
had one meme, two memes maximum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Phir Hera Pheri had characters and each character had their own meme. Yeah,
Even like images, like the image of Johnny Lever with the chaku, like
Johnny
that
Lever.
image itself is
Yeah.
become
Johnny
very-
Lever, which was that song? Abhi maza aayega na bidu.
बेलांची नागिन निघाली.
Hey!
मुंडावा डोला. And the fact that it is a Marathi song.
Yeah.
From a movie.
So it's like I can have a full conversation with you using Hera Pheri memes.
That's
Phir
it.
Hera Pheri
Yeah.
memes. So for
Yeah.
example, hi, I have this phone, 150 रुपया देगा, and then अभी मजा आएगा ना बिडू,
Yeah.
and then I'm like discount दे दे, चिल्ला चिल्ला के सबको scheme बता दे.
हाँ, that too, yeah.
There are just
The
these
Akshay Kumar posing.
the pose. There are some just iconic lines that you can have a full-fledged
Yeah.
start to
एक जमाना
end
था हम भी गरीब
conversation.
हुआ करते थे. Dude, that
Yeah.
entire the beginning, the setup of the movie, उसमें every line is a meme.
Yeah.
So my favorite dialogue from the film, my favorite joke from the film is when Paresh Rawal, Suniel Shetty को खांसी हो रही होती है. Paresh Rawal is like, रुक मैं तेरे को दारू देता हूँ. And Suniel Shetty is like, कि दारू से क्या मेरा खांसी जाएगा? अरे दारू से मेरा घर गया, मेरा बाप गया, गराज गया, तेरा दारू नहीं जाएगा. What a brilliant line.
अरे,
What a brilliant line.
I am going to take this moment to just give a shout out, and I know in the previous episode also when y'all were discussing Hera Pheri,
Yeah.
Pulkit was talking about Neeraj Vohra.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, that guy, I have so much respect for him to make an entire country laugh with some of the most like stunning dialogues that still make me laugh. यहाँ पे तीन नल है. जिसको गरम पानी चाहिए गरम पानी का नल, जिसको ठंडा चाहिए ठंडा का नल, जिसको नहीं नहाना उसके लिए ये तीसरा नल. It's so
Also, it's
stupid.
the build up the movement. तो फिर तीसरा नल किस लिए? अरे जिसको नहीं नहाने का है उसका नीचे बैठेगा.
It is so. I was watching again yesterday. I was watching to prepare for this movie.
Right.
There's the one where he's standing near the swimming pool and he's
Getting
throwing a
the
bucket
Yes.
in and
yeah.
he's pulling it with a cord and washing him. And Akshay like, yaar, ye गरीब लोग कभी नहीं समझेंगे and all of that. And तो बता ना. And then Suniel Shetty goes and बाबू भैया ऐसे कौन करता है? हाँ, सीधा bucket अंदर डालो और ऊपर डालो. अरे दोनों.
It's funny because you wouldn't expect Sunil Shetty to say that.
I don't know, man. It's
Dude,
genuinely.
honestly, the most unrealistic thing, the only unrealistic thing about the film is कि ये तीनों लोग अमीर होके भी साथ में रह रहे. That never happens. क्योंकि गरीबी में तुम दोस्त के साथ रहते हो, and
Yeah.
the moment you get some money, because the aim is always to move out and live on your own, right?
I
But-
took it as now that they have a big ass bungalow, each of them has like their own
Of course, वो तो हो गया, but उनको फिर भी साथ रहने का जरूरत नहीं था. So उसमें फिर मैंने थोड़ा और आइडिया लगाया कि okay, the reason why they might still live together is because trauma bonding.
Exactly. Yeah.
So that could be a reason, but other than that, there was too many like seemingly unrealistic things that were happening in the film, and I was like, ये फिर भी हो सकता है.
Yeah, I know.
ये हो सकता है, ये कभी नहीं हो सकता.
A gorilla attacking Johnny Lever and you're like, यार ये तो हो
Yeah,
सकता है, पर
yeah.
तीन लोग एक घर में जो अमीर है,
Never, no.
Not possible.
When have you
Rich
seen this?
people?
You tell. When have you seen
not
this?
possible, not possible.
Gorilla attacks on humans we have seen, but three rich people living together, never.
Oh,
I
man.
totally forgot the opening voiceover by Nana Patekar.
I didn't
that
know
yeah, that voice kicked in. I was like, oh shit. I
And
didn't
Nana
know that.
Patekar has done his Nana Patekar laugh also, which I am guessing उसको बोला गया था कि आप वो laugh भी करो.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to take a quick break. When we come back,
हो गया half.
we're on 25 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Sahil
There's
speaks
so
a
much
lot.
Just
kidding.
I promise after the break you will hear absolutely
Abbas,
nothing
Abbas,
from
you
me.
meanie.
No, I would like to
Nothing.
just put up a little bit of a defense for the first Hera Pheri because you both hate Andaz Apna Apna, which is insane, and secondly, seem to like this movie way more than the first one. This movie is funny. I'm not saying it's not funny, but I have a few observations. So we'll talk about that on the other side of this break. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel, press the like button, and join us on the other side of this break. Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cyrus Says, Cyrus chats with Ricky Pond, popularly known as the dancing dad on social media, with over 3 million followers across platforms. Ricky talks about how dance became a family bonding tool and the cultural mix in his content from Somalian, Ethiopian, Arabic, and Indian. On A Century of Stories, Kunal tells us the story of how Odisha is rapidly emerging as a premier sporting destination and how the state's commitment to nurturing talent is shaping the revival story of Indian hockey. Folks, if you like our shows, spread the word. Tell your friends and don't forget to rate and review them wherever you're listening to them. Follow us on social media. We are IVM Podcasts on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. You'll also find all our shows on YouTube by their show names, so do look out for them and have fun watching. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week, IDFC First Bank and Grab. And we're back on Has It Aged Well. We're talking about Phir Hera Pheri from 2006 with Urjita and super fan of the movie Sahil Shah. Urjita, you had 2 quiz questions for
Yes,
us.
I have 2 quiz questions.
Yes.
I know I could write many, but these were the 2 questions I thought like I should start with. So first one, very easy question. Name 2 very iconic cameos in the film.
One is Neeraj Vohra.
Yes.
He's in the bus.
Yeah.
And the second, iconic cameo. Not Nana Patekar?
No.
Okay. You want to take a shot, Sahil? Diya Mirza.
Yes.
Okay. I totally forgot she was in the movie.
Diya
Right.
Mirza. Dude, I saw Diya Mirza. I started laughing. I was like, Diya Mirza in this almost Lavani-ish song.
Yeah,
funny.
I
Fucking
completely
funny.
forgot.
Yeah, and I was thinking कि दिया मिर्जा ने इसके पहले कोई आइटम सॉन्ग किया नहीं था as far as I remember. Like उसने किया था मुझे तुमसे मोहब्बत है में kind of like a item dance, but then she was the actress of the film, so you cannot
that
count
song
it.
was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, unlocked a memory. I said that song was hot.
yeah. The song is also very nice.
What? It was.
And the very fact that दिया मिर्जा का आवाज वो सिंगर के साथ जा ही नहीं रहा है. But
It's
then
Sunidhi
it's still-
Chauhan, no?
it's
Yeah,
Sunidhi
yeah,
Chauhan.
yeah.
Sunidhi Chauhan के साथ नहीं.
Yeah,
Sunidhi
Diya
Chauhan should
Mirza is a
have.
weird choice for an item song.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
For our audio listeners, Abbas had an iPad situated on his lap, but that iPad is gently rising as the conversation is progressing.
Listen, pause this video. Go watch Mujhe Tumse Mohabbat and come back and
Dude,
tell me that's not a hot.
the way Abbas said it, right? That song was
It is hot.
like some.
Anyway.
It wasn't a childhood memory. It was way more. But okay.
It was a childhood memory. By the time that song ended, I was a man. So yeah. Urjita was the second
second
quiz.
question.
अब्बास के वो गाना सुनते हुए भी उसकी दाढ़ी और ऊपर के बाल झड़ गए.
Not required, but sure. Let's go ahead.
But okay, another question.
Yeah.
So ITUS काफी कम लोग एक और कोर्स कर पाए.
fuck, हाँ.
तो
Full
उसका
form.
पहले full form बता. There is a follow up question also to this.
ITUS.
Yes. Full form given by Suniel Shetty.
Oh shit! I was
Yeah.
just. Arey yaar, I was just watching the movie yesterday only. I know this scene also.
Can I just say that with the following line where Bipasha Basu asks Babu Rao, "आप कहाँ तक पढ़े?" and he says, "दो पैर
दो पैर तक. But tell me, what was the full form given by
I
Suniel
don't
Shetty?
remember.
Even I don't remember.
इसकी टोपी उसके सर.
Oh man.
So a follow-up question.
Yeah.
So this is not the first time that Akshay Kumar in a film is lying about a fake education degree. In which other comedy film Akshay Kumar is lying about his degree? Hint: Sunil Shetty is also in the scene, and Sunil Shetty is again questioning his
It's not
degree.
the first Hera Pheri.
No.
Arey, if I were to do with Suniel Shetty, and which is the one where Suniel Shetty is on he's on the crutches. Halchal?
Is it Halchal?
No.
There were actually
Halchal
very
is the
few
no.
films that Akshay and Sunil have
Sunil
done
were
together.
done together.
Yeah, Halchal में अक्षय खन्ना है, not Akshay Kumar.
Oh no, then which
Sunil
is the one?
Shetty.
Yeah, with Sunil Shetty and Akshay.
Sunil Shetty and Akshay. You have to tell me the film's name. That's,
This is a reverse quiz now. It's a
Yeah.
reverse.
Is it a Priyadarshan film?
No.
I don't know.
Chodo, I pass, yeah.
दीवाने हुए पागल.
Oh,
that was the one where he was on crutches. No,
That atrocity.
Antarak should be so disappointed. We do IVM crossover in case you are
Yes.
a fan of the
So, in-
IVM universe.
For the people who want to know, the exact dialogue in दीवाने हुए पागल is, he says, "I'm a gold medalist from Oxford Dictionary." That is his fake degree.
Okay, can I say this, that a lot of the jokes in this film, especially between the three of the leads, are regurgitated from the first movie, right? Like
हाँ
a
यार.
lot of them are
Most नहीं, like
repeated
2-3,
again.
2-3.
2-3 नहीं यार, बहुत है. I feel like the additional characters in this film are funnier than the main three.
It's an ensemble cast of,
Yeah.
like you said, and the
Wait, which jokes? एक तो लुंगी वाला. हाँ.
Lungi wala hai, then this thing, Utha Le Re Baba, I think happens twice in
that's
the
a
movie.
catchphrase.
Yeah.
Re
Yeah,
Deva,
but then-
utha le re baba.
Yeah.
Sure,
It's a
it's like-
catchphrase. Come
It's
on,
not
ये
like a
Babu Rao का
joke.
style है. It's a
हाँ,
catchphrase.
yeah.
It's a,
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
Golmaal hai bhai, sab golmaal hai. That exact gag is repeated again. Where he,
But it
that's
has to be there.
It's a follow up to the first
Why?
one. Na? When the first one, when you heard Golmaal, things went downhill. That's why the second one, it's almost like a catchphrase. It's like
So you know, okay, I'll tell you. और मैं explain इस तरह से करती हूँ कि जब भी sitcom लिखने बैठते हैं ना, तो हमको हमेशा ये बोलते हैं कि whatever you do, तुम्हारे characters का improvement और growth कभी होना ही नहीं चाहिए, because it is a sitcom.
yes.
You have to, like, character end तक कितना भी अच्छे काम कर ले, but still the character has to fall back to his or her OG place again. So
Right.
to me, honestly, that is why Phir Hera Pheri to me is like one of the best
but
comedy
it's not a
films, because
sitcom. It's a movie.
it's not a sitcom, but it's
Yeah.
like the same logic. No, basically for all comedy things, like the characters, they cannot have growth in the
Like
film.
I for once did not
Let
get.
me finish. Let me
Go
finish.
ahead.
So this is why I feel the Golmaal hai bhai sab Golmaal hai thing, it had to be repeated because Akshay Kumar, again, first movie में भी अक्षय कुमार इनको problem में फंसाता है, second movie में भी अक्षय कुमार same चीज़ करता है. So I feel like that the very fact that it all happens in the same way, कि अमीर बनने के बाद भी वापस गरीब होते हैं और कितने
That's-
silly
That's fine.
reason से
That's
गरीब
fine.
होते हैं.
Yeah.
So,
No, but I was
that's
saying
why.
I don't get for that, since you spoke about the growth thing. Why is Suniel Shetty remembering Tabu's character when he sees Bipasha Basu? I'm like, there's literally nothing
Anuradha.
similar.
Meri Anuradha.
The
But
name
he
Anuradha.
remembers her before he even knows her name. She comes and he's thinking of archival footage from the first
ठीक है,
movie.
इतना nitpicking. You're nitpicking something so stupid in a
It's
movie
not.
that has got way worse elements to
That has a
nitpick,
guy in a
you
gorilla
know.
suit.
Forget a guy in a okay. If
So
you
you
want to
expect an actual gorilla.
talk,
Yeah.
let's just
Or a
just
CGI gorilla.
get into it. Okay.
Yeah.
There is
Hmm.
a black guy with ivory teeth who grunts and goes.
Who eats a lock, I
Who
think, at
eats
one
a lock with his teeth. At no point of time, as an adult, do you ever look back at that and be like, you know what, that was acceptable back then, you know, like, it was acceptable. There is, when I look at that, every time I look at that scene, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh God. And it's not that, that's why I wanted to, like, you know, like, one of the movies that I wanted to discuss with you guys, and you all, you know, went ahead with someone else for that, and I will never forget, is Phir Bhi Dil Hai Hindustani. Phir Bhi Dil Hai
Right.
Hindustani, again, there is a scene, I think, where Shah Rukh and Juhi, they dress as Chinese people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they go, and they were like, what is this? What are and I understand when you are in an uninformed age,
Right.
I understand, but this is just a black guy with ivory teeth. It's the
It has a
most-
purpose at least.
No, it is so racist. Even with the gorilla. I know when we are talking about gorilla, I don't know if you know, but there's tribal music. What are you guys doing? It is so wrong. It's not that he's a gorilla. No, gorilla means Africa, means he is African. And gee, I think about it from time to time, and I'm like, this is just so wrong.
But do you still laugh at it?
No.
Are you serious?
The thing is, the black guy didn't have any.
He didn't have funny
Oh,
things.
Tala,
I love the fact he was paired with this guy whose face we never
But
see.
Tala Khana is the funniest thing.
No, but it's just, I'm like, okay.
How many people do you know who can eat a tala? Tell me, be honest, Sahil. Can you eat a chabi also?
Yeah, no, I can't.
Also, Juhi in that scene is actually funny from Phir Hera Pheri.
Yeah, no, but it's still racist. No, it's what I mean.
It is, yeah,
It is
true.
downright stereotypical racist. It's like you grow.
Dude, if that guy from Gangs of Wasseypur, whose name I'm forgetting right now, can eat a blade, then why can't this guy
Definite.
eat a Definite. Definite.
What?
Yes.
Urjita, there's a difference between a man who has grown up in like Wasseypur, who's threatening, eating a blade, gangster movie, as opposed to comedy movie with a black guy with ivory teeth, jo tala chabata hai. And he goes, blah, 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 blah. It's, you know what I mean?
अरे वो भी तो
कौन सा दातुन वापरता है?
It is funny. It is wrong, okay? I'm just gonna say it. It is funny, but it is
But
wrong.
best use of ivory teeth, honestly. Like if I had ivory teeth, मैं तो कबड़ चबाऊंगी यार.
Do they also teach you to go into racist tropes during sitcom writing? How, Urjita? Is that one of the one of the lessons that they give you?
Yeah.
Any other thing that you think like this? Of course, has not aged well.
Okay,
But,
so
yeah.
I was watching just to retrospectively look at some of the things that we laughed at as kids. Obviously, making fun of totlas.
Right.
It's never going to end. That is a classic trope, but
Yeah.
this really cemented the if you're.
Do you think it helps that it's the gangsters who are totlas? Like if this was it's still not punching down to the extent that it's not a destitute,
Yeah, but it's still
character.
totla only.
Sure,
No,
yeah,
it is
yeah,
still it is still
It's making fun of a
making fun of.
disability,
See, basically the idea is very simple. You make fun of anything. So if you look at all the characters are exaggerated. Kachara Shet has buck teeth,
Yeah.
and he talks in a very stupid date show. He has
Correct.
that slight way of talking.
Great impersonation of smelling stuff and getting high though.
Oh man, I love Manoj Joshi. He's such a talented actor. See, it's yeah, so good. But the teeth are very evidently parody. You know, like very few people have teeth like that. But till date, if I see someone with buck teeth, I want to laugh, and it's because the thing with it is true. It's true. It's true. No, it is what it is.
अपने ivory tower से नीचे आओ साहिल.
ठीक है, fine. I will come back. Which is why my trip to Nairobi was very awkward. Hello, room service.
I think I got my answer.
I am locked out of my room. Can you send someone from reception, please? आप चाबी लेकर आए. Anyways, I'm saying.
I was gonna ask, as a comedian, then what's the line between exaggeration and that line between offending someone and exaggerating?
Honestly,
something?
it really depends on who is saying the joke. If people like that person, like that actor, then I think they'll be more likely to forgive.
I think the fundamental difference between a comedian and a comedy movie is views.
Is what?
Is views.
Views. Okay.
Like, मैं stand up कर रहा हूँ, I'm performing for 30 people, and after 1 hour of me performing, you've got context as to who I am as a person. As opposed to a random person who's watching a movie with a group of people, and you realize, okay, Totla is equal to funny. Black with ivory is exactly how it is. You know, gorillas with tribal music, exactly how it is. Super tall people, this is how they are. Super short people, how they are. You know, scamsters, Lakshmi Chit. Yeah, I'm just saying that random chotu nuggets of things, or people with buck teeth. I'm telling you, I still giggle when I see people with buck teeth, and it's because, like, this image is seared in my brain. You know what I mean to say?
I honestly, speaking for myself, I found the character of Manu Joshi very funny, but it did not have the same impact on me as it did on you. Like, I don't laugh when I see people with buck teeth.
You're laughing right now while talking about them. Okay, would he been as funny without buck teeth?
Sorry, would it be?
Would he have been as funny?
I'm sure he would have found a way to make it funnier without the buck teeth also, but the very fact but the very fact that
Better.
like
150 देगा
This Sham ka number.
लेने
It's funny because your teeth are small. So they are not giving the desired effect. And you are just trying very
but
hard.
that's broad comedy, no? I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
Look, see, honestly, like it gives me like an insight
Like,
into.
you know, Maganlal Dresswala had that denture ready.
Yeah,
right?
because honestly, also by the way, what is up with Maganlal Dresswalas? Kalyan में भी था एक Maganlal
that
Dresswala.
was a
Why are
rip-off.
all?
Bangala
The
Dresswala was
original
a
one.
very famous thing. So
He's gone
basically,
or what?
क्या हुआ चिक्की का बिजनेस नहीं चला तो उसने ड्रेस का बिजनेस चालू कर नो मंगललाल ड्रेस वाला is you know I'll be very honest this is a very sidetrack thing but
Yeah, yeah.
they don't make costumes for adults anymore you know and it sucks because I went for Halloween I wanted to dress as Spider-Man and they were only giving me children's costumes
Children,
and they're like किसको चाहिए आपके बच्चे को I'm like नहीं मुझे चाहिए they're like sir please क्या कर रहे हो आप अपनी लाइफ के साथ grow up and I was very offended that he treated me with such disrespect but
Yeah.
Mangalal Dresswala used to have costumes for all the
Everything,
shows
yeah.
and all of that
Yeah.
which also brings us to the topic that these clown outfits that they wore in the movie
Yes.
dress wala outfits
Yes,
you know
yeah.
dress wala circus outfits the whole circus sequence dress wala outfits it's typical Bollywood like exaggeration everything
Right.
is exaggeration
Would you agree that the first film had a stronger climax than this one? Because then everything is just going
okay so
random
let's
and haywire.
let's put two things in perspective
Yeah.
first as I got older I started watching a lot more movies and I realized I was really heartbroken when I found out
It's a
that
rip-off of
it's a
Lock,
rip-off
Stock.
of Lock, Stock and Two
Two
Smoking Barrels,
yeah.
including the main climax of
Yeah.
Akshay. Oh my God, spoilers! Of Akshay reaching for the gun. It is a cut-to-cut scene copy. And when I seen the movie, I was like, no, it hurts. You know, it hurts because you're like, come on, man. It's just such an important part of what I enjoy.
Yeah.
Grew up.
And you've copied it. And the thing is, the climax comes under the same Priyadarshan climax, right? People
Yeah.
running around
Only
and chaos.
Priyadarshan did it better, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's the same thing. And then I was watching again yesterday. In the circus, there's chaos. The gorillas throwing diamonds. They're
Yeah,
tearing each other's
yeah.
clothes. See,
Yeah.
I think it's not a great climax, but it is funny when you look at it's chaotic. It's chaotic, and in the scheme of things, not as good as the first one.
Right.
First one with the guns and everyone shooting, and it was quite chaotic. Second one.
The stakes were higher in the first one, I feel. Like that you felt a little bit of seriousness of
Yeah, I know.
a kid's life is in hanging
Which
in
is
the
why
balance.
I am so like I know for a fact. See, first one, great movie, iconic movie, sort of an interesting story. I think it was taken from a Malayalam movie.
Yeah.
Ramji Rao or something.
Ramji Rao.
Yes.
Ramji Rao. And the second one, taken from Lock, Stock, whatever it is, absolutely chaotic, but written by a genius.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling the universe that please do not make
Make a
Phir
third one?
Hera Pheri 3. Please do not, because it is being made by Farhad Samji,
Yeah, that's the
who
rumor.
is the worst. The worst. He is not. Please, if by any chance Farhad Samji you're listening to this podcast कि तू गाड़ी चला रहा है you're like यार आज मन होता है मुझे IVM podcast सुनना है ठीक है whatever however the universe has come together if you're listening to us please do not touch the movie तू दूर रह तू चाइना चले जा but मैं हाथ जोड़ के बताता हूँ please just get your slimy hands off this because he is just the worst.
Is there a wish list someone who you would want to make a third?
I think Raj and DK. If
For Hera Pheri?
I mean, right now, comedy or Farah Khan, because right now comedy directors इतने हैं नहीं. मतलब
That's the
अच्छे
thing.
comedy
Yeah,
directors
yeah.
in Bollywood.
Yeah,
Raj and DK are the only directors who have an original, unique voice and they have stories to tell.
I think they're
So-
too good for Hera Pheri. Yeah. I don't know. That's what I feel.
No, I agree.
Also, purely comedy, I don't think they've done
There are
that.
very few. The thing is, I also find like, has this movie aged well? If we are coming back to the
Yeah,
context,
yeah.
maybe not, right? Maybe things but it takes you. The reason why I think nostalgia is such a strong topic. The reason why nostalgia is all of us right now. Nostalgia kills.
Yeah.
The reason it takes you down memory lane, and you're like, this is why I wanted to be here. I'd seen one very, very, very nice clip of Rob
From Mad.
Rob from
Yeah,
Mad.
yeah.
And Rob had said that the reason why nostalgia is good is because you're remembering the happiness you felt at that time as a kid.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you want to feel that. He had said something. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
I think he said
I'm
कि,
butchering the.
when people say कह रहे Rob कहाँ गया Mad वाला, it's not that I stopped doing stuff, it's because you stopped watching stuff.
Yeah,
You
Yeah,
used to
and
you
watch
that was
remember
very
that.
self-aware of him
Yeah,
to also
yeah,
say
yeah.
that.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, complete sidetrack. I went to see Colonial Cousins last week.
Yeah.
Okay, only for nostalgia.
You know who Colonial Chris is?
Yeah, I'm the one that's crazy about you. Oh, guys, I
And
love.
I'm proud of you.
Deep cut.
I had asked someone else if they knew, and they're like, "Who is that?" And I'm like, "It hurts, yeah, it hurts." Now, okay, harken back to this era. Things are simple,
Yeah.
right? You don't have quick entertainment. You don't have quick music. You don't have quick things happening. When did Phir Hera Pheri come out?
2006.
2006. Internet just about
Coming
was
about,
starting
yeah,
around the
yeah.
90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
But more importantly, it was a time where full out comedies worked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, when was the last time you went to a theater and you saw an all out comedy without having something else? Like, I'll tell you, like for me, the last time I laughed, I saw Stree 2. I enjoyed Stree 2.
Yeah.
Stree 2, oh my god. By the way, just to let
This
you know,
time
if
it's in
anyone
there.
is watching, if Raj and DK by any chance you all are watching, or yeah, don't call it three, call it three.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud. Thank you so much. Someone else also has. Give me a handshake. Someone else also has had the same thought. Three. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, I laughed.
Yeah.
It was a movie when it was peak comedy. When a movie like this will never be made. I'm telling you,
Phir Hera Pheri.
it'll not be made. Even if Raj DK touch it, Farah can't touch it.
Yeah.
It will
That's
never
true,
be made.
actually. And I think the meme culture is a large part to do with that. I think because each and every frame, each and every dialogue is now so iconic.
I will guarantee you that when they do make it, it will be horrible. It will be tacky.
The thing is,
They-
even if it's mediocre, it'll seem horrible.
They are talking to a generation that's now much older and their sensibilities have changed.
Yeah, they
right?
can't have a.
Because you're
ivory
not
teeth.
reaching the new generation. You're reaching this generation,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like today, if like.
But isn't that every Hollywood remake ever now? Reboots. They're aiming at the generation which remembers the previous film.
Of course,
Yeah.
but that's the if you look at the current trend,
Huh.
you're remaking old songs. You're re-releasing movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they
You're
are doing better.
re-releasing movies.
And they are doing better than the existing films,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
But let's say
Crazy.
legacy sequel where Akshay Kumar is teaching a young Kartik Aaryan how to do Hera Pheri, how to do heist this thing. No?
कार्तिक
Pankaj
आर्यन का नाम ही
Tripathi
बोल
and
दिया मैंने
Punk-
मैं पॉडकास्ट स्टूडियो चला दूंगा.
What do you call? Paresh Rawal is teaming up with Pankaj Tripathi.
It's
to
not
do-
going to happen, man. It's you. Also, the thing is, we won't accept. We won't accept. Now, tomorrow, if I
Yeah.
tell you, can any other person play Babu Bhaiya? You will not accept.
No, have the
it.
original Babu Bhaiya, but then it's passing the baton on to someone
नहीं
new.
कोई नहीं देखेगा. All I'm trying to say is that it's not. I don't want it to be remade, no matter what. I am not excited. The moment they said 3-3 coming out, I was very excited. I'm like, chal, theek hai, let's see. Firstly, the guy who wrote it, he is no more.
That's
Rest in
true.
peace, Neeraj
Yeah.
Vohra.
Yeah.
The
Priyadarshan's
Priyadarshan doesn't
peak
want
has
to
passed.
touch it. His
Yeah,
peak
yeah,
has passed. Again, I'm telling you, Farhad Samji, you are the worst person to ever happen to Bollywood and comedy.
What are you
Please
saying?
quit.
Have you seen this show
Please
he made
quit.
called Popcorn on Hotstar? The opening scene is a father and son. One is chewing a chewing gum and he spits the chewing gum and it goes into the other person's mouth. And then he starts chewing. Anyway, where do you stand on Hera Pheri 3? Do you think it should be made?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I actually had many thoughts about the film, but then the time has passed so much.
Bye, give me your thoughts. What are your thoughts?
So I really like how they have shown how to go on a date in 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Like-
of course.
Yeah, it's true.
Like
Hazard
wo
ka
Akshay
chatta.
Kumar, that entire sequence is so funny.
And
Akshay
cancelable
Kumar-
also in this
yeah,
day and
yeah,
age.
yeah. Akshay Kumar, he wants to return the money, and for some reason, this guy, the richness has gone to his head. It's so much that he doesn't remember कि मक्के वाले के पास 1000 का छुट्टा नहीं
Still
होगा.
watching the 1,000 rupee note very nostalgic. no?
Oh yeah. फिर वो एक जगह लेके जा रहा है ये अरे नहीं गोला खाएगी गोला बहुत अमेजिंग गोला है बहुत बढ़िया गोला है एंड आई लव हाउ कॉल बैक भी होता है बाद में व्हेन रमी सेन इज लाइक पानी पूरी खाओगे बेस्ट पानी पूरी मिलती है कि मुझे पता है which is so good I really like that entire sequence because now I love how when I see like an old film and I like an old comedy film, and I can I get a peek into the writer's mind as to how he must have written it. कि अच्छा इनको भी gag चाहिए कि like अभी अक्षय कुमार आया बस में, how do we stretch this part, like how do we introduce Raima Sen. So that I found really nice, and I love how even though like I know we say that comedy film में comedy ही होनी चाहिए, बाकी कुछ और human angle लाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Like you know, in Hey Baby, this is where they fucked it up. The first 20 something minutes were funny when the baby and the entire hula baloo was happening. I said hula baloo. When the entire
for the
all of
first
it
time,
was
yeah.
happening. But then,
ठीक है, it's okay.
Yeah, I know,
We'll
yeah.
take it again.
yeah.
For all our audio listeners, she said hula baloo. And for our video listeners, we will play this clip 3 times in quick succession, like a TV drama. Hula baloo, zoom
Hula
in.
baloo.
Hula baloo, zoom in. Hula baloo.
But 70. But
Sorry,
my point
Which
is,
was also the music that was playing when the gorilla was.
Yeah. Hula baloo, hula baloo. Okay, no, bad.
Yeah.
Please continue.
So, but Hey Baby, right? 75% of the film, rest of the film is just sadness, and I'm like, ये funny film थी ना. Why did you turn this into a sad film about Akshay Kumar trying to get back Vidya Balan? So anyway, my point is, in Phir Hera Pheri also there is this emotional angle, right?
Yeah.
Like where they are trying to flee, but then they see कि Raima Sen की life fuck हो जाती.
Yeah.
So which is why like Akshay Kumar is like, you know what, for humanity's sake we should stay back.
Yeah.
And the other two, they didn't want to stay back initially, but then Akshay Kumar is genuinely asking them, you guys go, I'll manage because this is my fault. Of course Akshay Kumar is saying all that in a very manipulative way, ये कोई नहीं मैं kidney बेचूंगा, ये करूंगा, वो करूंगा, which is also great. I love how he manipulates Babura, and I love how Babura falls for it every fucking time.
Yeah.
Can I just push back on that? The comedy should only have comedy thing. Actually, one of the reasons I prefer the first Hera Pheri to this is first Hera Pheri has a rhythm to it where the comedy is punctuated with serious bits also. Like I said, the stakes of the girl being the kid being kidnapped, and the fact that कि तेरे को भी दुख है, मेरे को भी दुख है, you know that
इसको
thing.
भी जरा सा दुख है.
So the jokes per minute ratio of Hera Pheri, of course, is much higher because it's like joke. But the reason I prefer the first one is I actually prefer that when things are meshed together. Hey Baby, of course, I think overdoes the.
Okay, I'll
overdoes
tell
the
you something.
emotional
So
bit, yeah.
many directors have.
I will come back to you. Don't worry.
Many directors have. I'll tell you one thing, okay? Many directors have tried to make comedy for the sake of comedy कि इसमें कुछ sense की बात हो ही नहीं रही है. And you can tell when the director and the writer themselves, they are not interested in what is happening in the film.
Of course.
यहाँ पे everything has a base to it. Like honestly, I know I might be reading too much into it. I might sound like the literature student who is trying to find the meaning behind the blue curtains and everything. But even when Paresh Rawal, in that one dialogue, भाई वो गराज वाला dialogue कि अरे दारू से मेरा बाप गया, मेरा घर गया, तो तेरा खांसी नहीं जाएगा. You can see कि why nothing is serious for this guy. Even when they lose the bungalow, they are still very much normal. Why? Because इसने ऐसे बहुत दुख देखे है life में.
Yeah.
So for him, honestly, the rich life was very alien.
Of course, I mean, with the swimming pool sequence and everything,
Yeah.
it's poor people suddenly become rich overnight, don't know what to do with money,
Exactly.
and they're coming back to comfort zone.
And also, this is something that I know. I don't know if your parents have said or not, but ये मैंने हमारे family में बहुत बार सुना है कि you know. ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि तुम्हें बहुत सारे पैसे मिल जाने से तुम अमीर बन जाओगे, उसको संभालना भी आना चाहिए.
Only your parents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a mean thing to say?
No, not at all. I think it comes into physical wealth and mental wealth, if that is the statement, right?
Yes,
so they could be physically wealthy, but mentally they are still poor.
Exactly.
Mentally they are still तुझे संडास दिखाता हूँ, you know, like that level, that level of
And the
poor.
very fact that Paresh Rawal, the moment they become poor, he's back into his phati ganji.
Yeah.
इसके पास phati ganji आई कहाँ से? Like, did he always was he preserving them?
It was in Phir Hera Pheri, na? The Domino's 30 minutes when
Yes,
it was
yes.
integration.
So much product placement, yeah.
Yes.
Product placement, yes, but it was also such a, like, as a kid, I'm like, this is smart, yaar.
This is smart, which is what I'm saying कि उस टाइम पे MBS थे नहीं ना एड ब्रांड्स के पास. अगर MBA रहता तो कोई MBA
MBA is a show.
या अगर कोई ना कोई MBA रहता टीम
Mohammed
में.
bin Salman, the dictator of Saudi Arabia.
I'm sighing very as loudly as possible. So वो टाइम पे अगर कोई MBA रहता डोमिनोज की टीम में, वो फ्लैग कर देता है जोक को. वो सीधा बोलता कि no, then people will try to do the same thing, which is what people did.
I also tried.
You did?
I tried.
Did you succeed?
No. The thing is, they would always come by 20 or 29 minutes, but I would try to, like, not be around my home and all. But also I was living with family, so they are like, cut, cut, doing this nonsense,
This was also the time during which Paresh Rawal used to do that ad.
He was. That's why. It was. It was a. If we are talking about like brand integration, I mean, I'm just gonna quickly segue over here to a random movie. Please watch Flying Jet. In the Flying Jet main sequence, basically he has a fight in a mall, and there are 20 brands everywhere. 20 brands. Every time he crashes. He crashes into a new store. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you all doing? Another movie that I saw recently, which was the one, Bade Miyan Chote Miyan, or one of those. No, one movie I'd seen. I think it was Jawan or Pathaan. I'm trying to remember. But basically, there's an Asian Paints ka logo throughout. So army gets attacked, Asian Paints ka background, ek poster hai. I'm like, kya kar rahe ho tum log?
There is also Coca-Cola in Yade.
Yeah, I'm like, तुम लोग
हर एक चीज कोको कोला उनका जो कीचेन है उस पे भी कोको कोला है कप्स पे कोको कोला है.
I mean, this is a different podcast altogether. We'll come back to Phir Hera Pheri. So
like when you see some branding in films, you can tell which one was the MBA's idea and which one was the creative.
Someone and Domino's thought this is a great idea. We will reveal a scheme to scam us. Use our brand ambassador. Domino's got mad publicity and it worked. It worked. So I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
One thing go ahead.
Yeah. No,
one thing that I thought was a little forced was the fact that Bipasha is a sister of Kashmira Shah from the first film, and then you had Razak Khan as Kabira's sidekick.
I mean, the women served no purpose.
That's true.
Not really.
They didn't even literally have a voice. They were all dumb.
ऐसा नहीं. हाँ.
Oh, that cuts deep, boss. That really cuts deep.
नहीं, honestly, purpose था तो सही. मतलब बिपाशा थी उनको.
She just comes, introduces the chit fund and disappears.
बिपाशा का एंड में पता चलता है कि उसका बच्चा वो she has to protect the girl. रिमी का एंड में पता चलता है.
वो एंड में नहीं, वो बीच में आता है फिल्म के. And also I'll tell you. So the reason why, you know how people say that this character could have been a male character also.
We are men, Urjita. Let us tell you what's the women character in this film.
So the reason why I feel.
1 second, yaar, Abbas. Let her talk. Can you stop interrupting?
No, I'm not. I'm just letting.
What is up with fucking men nowadays, dude? If you notice, every time Urjita is talking, I've quietly let her talk because you're fucking mansplaining, man.
Sorry, my bad. Urjita, go ahead.
He'll speak again if I try to say. No, but like in Bipasha.
I don't know why she would say that. That I mansplain. But I think, okay, Bipasha, right?
Yeah.
The entire.
Yeah, tell me your opinion, Sahil. Like, I've heard enough from you.
No, please, go for it.
So, Bipasha Basu in that scene, like, fucking I
Which
forgot
scene?
now. Bipasha Basu, I'm telling you why Bipasha Basu was needed. For
Basa? Bipasha Basa, yeah.
Bipasha Basu is putting such a beautiful visual of this fish out of the water who's decided कि आज.
Sorry. Fuck, we come across as horrible.
bullies.
No,
No, you don't cut this point, okay?
Listen,
You let it
listen.
stay.
Bipasha, if you said Bipasha, Bosu or Basi
Or Bose. Yeah.
still fair, you made a mistake. Bipasha Basu is a fish now. You know what you're trying to hide.
So yeah. Oh my मछली मस्त तेल में फ्राई करके खा गए. Sorry. Please put your defense, Urjita.
I'm so sorry. Yeah, you know what the problem is? I'm going to just cut here 1 second. I'm going to let Urjita talk, but I'm just going to say something. We are not interrupting Urjita. Urjita is interrupting herself, okay? Bipasha Basu, and then whoever's watching this, if anyone's watching this, I will please make a meme of Bipasha Basu. This will be our new meme. Maybe generations down the line, they'll be like, Has It Aged Well? Has It Aged Well podcast, you know?
Right.
Where they look back at this episode and they're like, did this podcast age well? And they're like, dude, you have no idea. The nostalgia of seeing Bipasha Basu. It's just...
So yeah, why did the film need Bipasha Basu?
Bipasha Basu, okay. I feel like the entire reason why Akshay Kumar and Suniel Shetty they get scammed is because she's beautiful. I think if she was a man, then I don't think this entire thing would have worked. So like,
True.
I think in that sense, I think it works. that Bipasha Basu is there. And I also love how Neeraj Vohra must have looked at other films with loopholes and he was like कि हम कोई loophole नहीं रखेंगे, हम सारे loose ends tie करेंगे और जो loose end है भी नहीं उसको भी tie करेंगे. So
but the ending is literally an open ending.
That ending is open ending, but in बीच में like imagine there was no reason for him to bring back Gulshan Grover कि नहीं you know Gulshan Grover आता है उसने ये सब कर किया actually ये उसी का किया धरा है.
I feel like वो रज़ाक खान को sign करके भूल गए कि इनको इसको picture में डालना है.
Exactly, dude.
Raza Khan was always, I think, last minute addition, like the namak that Sanjay Kapoor would throw. You know, like all the characters are done and they're like थोड़ा एक Raza Khan taste के लिए डाल दो.
Exactly. Then Tiku Talsania is there in the film for a cameo.
Milind Gunaji is there for
Milind
like 2
Gunaji
scenes.
is there, but Milind Gunaji always playing the creepy guy. But I honestly liked the fact that they had like this movie is technically a sequel of Hera Pheri only.
It's a direct sequel, not
So
a
exactly. So
spiritual
I
sequel,
liked that also. But and हम original question क्या था? हाँ. So I have.
औरत लोग का क्या जरूरत है picture पे?
Now you're stretching it up, Bas. Now it has stopped becoming
I'm just
funny.
doing a Babu Rao
I
impersonation.
think, no, your
Yeah.
Babu Rao impersonation went into pure sexism.
Sorry.
Now,
Yeah.
Abbas,
Yeah.
you know.
So anything else you want
इनको
to add?
सोने का कटोरा
Anyways,
देंगे
for
फिर
anybody, if anybody is watching,
Are you
just
making a Bipasha Basu meme? On
yeah,
air right now?
it just took me 1 minute to do it. But if anyone, I don't know where the camera. Oh shit, where'd it go?
Your
Where the
camera is there.
Where's my camera?
Right in front of you.
Yeah, Bipasha Basu.
So I also want to... Oh, nice.
Bipasha Basu. Just everybody, please see Bipasha Basu and remember
We'll,
this image, okay?
Flash it on the screen
Yeah,
as well.
okay, done.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
nice.
Should we do the category?
I have no,
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
one more thing.
yeah.
One more thing.
Let her
So
fuck.
I feel like I am literally
Abbas,
asking
you
her.
are a horrible host. This is the first time I've come to this podcast, and I'm just gonna say, I'm never coming again.
Like
okay?
you were gonna come anyway.
I was
like,
going to come, but this is the mansplaining on this podcast is just Jesus Christ. Let her talk.
I'm not gonna say anything. Go ahead.
yeah, man, it's fucking just take the category.
नहीं अभी बोल
बोला,
कब से
बोला,
बक
you
कर रहा है you're giving actual valid points about the movie like ये बाबू राव का स्टाइल है किसने बोला कॉमेडी करने का
It doesn't make any sense now.
You tell me.
Now go for it.
I'm just saying कि okay, so that dialogue, no, Akshay Kumar वाला कि सोने का कटोरे दिया तो भी ये भीख मांगेंगे. It might sound very funny, but honestly, that is exactly what Paresh Rawal would do in another film. Have you seen आंखें?
Yeah.
Have you seen आंखें?
Yeah.
उसमें परेश रावल का एग्जैक्ट सेम डायलॉग है. वो कहता है कि मैं so he plays a blind beggar in the film, in the beginning of the film, and Amitabh overhears him saying this overhears him say this exact same dialogue. He says कि मेरा क्या है, मैं अमीर होएगा, मैं सोने का कटोरा खरीदेगा, मैं सोने का चश्मा खरीदेगा और मस्त फर्स्ट क्लास फ्लाइट में जाके भीख मांगेगा, which is honestly I don't know, maybe this is like a spiritual callback to आंखें कब आई थी? I think
2001, I think. I'm just checking
Yeah.
if Neeraj Vohra was a writer for that as well, because then it's very
See, it's
possible.
physical amiri, dimagi garibi. Simple
Yeah,
as that. It is dimagi garibi never goes.
Yeah.
You know, dimagi garibi always like right now. Also, मुझे अगर even 2-3 रुपया का छुट्टा मिलता है, I get so happy. You know, it's that discount, the dimagi garibi. I'm not like categorizing it, but it is what it is. Who you are as a person will never change, and that's what Phir Hera Pheri also showed.
Yeah.
That despite the first movie and second movie, who they are as people, it will never change.
I like
they
that.
will always be the same.
The background score going Phir Hera Pheri. for
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
That was
yeah.
Bro, Phir Hera Pheri, I'm telling you, the music, the oh meri.
Oh yeah, fun fact about that song. So that song was originally only in the end credits. It was only after a week after the film ran that they shot this extra footage of Babu Rao going to sleep and inserted the song in the film because it was that popular.
Yeah, and they played it again in the end credits.
It's technically the first were post credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was that. Then because the movie ends, Babu Rao, then the song plays. So that's technically the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Then Rajpal Yadav says कि वो gun के बारे में उसने. So technically they did it before Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gave it to them.
Yeah.
Aankhein, by the way, was written by Atish Kapadia, not Neeraj Vohra.
Yes.
Atish Kapadia of Khichdi. What the hell?
No.
Okay, are you nudging me to
No,
wrap
no,
up?
no, no. My brain is
You let your
reaching the
intrusive thoughts
I think
anyways.
fidgety scene where I'm just fidgeting with this, and Abbas was like, "Dude, what are you
Yeah.
doing, man?
I think
You're
we
trying-"
peaked with Bipasha Basu. I think this podcast is not going to get any funnier.
No, yeah, you're right. After Bipasha Basu, I don't think anything can, unless you come up with another fish
Yeah.
name, like, and then we are good to go. Okay, we've discussed what? We've discussed characters.
Yeah.
We've discussed plot. We've discussed jokes. We've discussed music. We've
Yeah.
discussed memes.
Yeah.
I still think it is a cultural.
It is, yes. But I prefer the first one. I think the first one is a little more rustic and more authentic than the second one.
Fair.
अब्बास को मैंने देखा है ना और like this is I think our 100th around our 100th
Yeah.
episode. अब्बास को प्योरली फनी चीजें पसंद नहीं आती.
क्या
If
बात
you
कर
if
रही
you
है?
come up with a perfect film, not just funny, if you come up with a perfect
That's why I
film,
like you as a comedian.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you took that because I was going to say इसलिए उसका career नहीं चला, क्योंकि purely funny नहीं लिख सकता था ना. Fuck you,
Like,
Abbas. You shit on her. I shit on you. Now you shit on me.
What,
We
you-
complete this
The
trifecta.
Deewana Hua Pagal, I didn't like it. It was a shit film.
No, but Abbas
like-
I have seen कोई भी perfect चीज उसको दे दो ना, he's like no.
Like
But he
what?
likes little bit of imperfection, which is why he's like you know what?
That's true,
ये जो
actually,
ये जो बच्चा है ना जिसके कोई ध्यान नहीं दे रहा है, मैं इसको
You know,
10 out
like
of
how
10
in
दूंगा.
Devdas, Shahrukh gives Aishwarya that little scar because like you're too perfect. I'm like that.
Oh
I
my
like to give
God.
them scars.
I've not
Oh
seen
my
Devdas.
God.
Yeah,
You haven't
it's
seen
okay.
Devdas?
It's one of those movies where I just don't want to watch it. There's a movie where you're like everyone's like देखो and you're like बस देखना ही नहीं है, कभी देखना ही नहीं है.
Yeah.
So Devdas is like that. Devdas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your most favorite Hindi film of all time?
Most favorite Hindi film of all time. Wow. Okay, this is putting me in tough territory, but there are, like I said, there are a few movies that I can see again and again and just thoroughly enjoy. And I prefer Hindi comedies because it's stupid and it's mindless.
Is that 2000s era your sweet spot? The Priyadarshini
Bhagam
run?
Bhag. I love Bhagam Bhag. There's been one scene where Paresh Rawal wears the wrong specs and he's walking and he stands in the lift and he's standing firstly he faces the wall and he stands very close to one guy and he's staring at him, and when the guy looks you see big eyes. Okay, I have cried laughing and I'm not even exaggerating. I have cried. I've had tears coming down while watching that scene. There was another movie. I wanted to discuss Happy New Year with you guys. I love Happy
I
New
haven't
Year.
seen Happy New Year.
Listen, buddy, you have to see Happy New Year. I studied BMM. Okay?
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in BMM, you're taught that humor has to be the most core level, dumb, stupid,
Yeah.
no thought process humor. That's Happy New Year. It is so stupid. It is so stupid, but it is so funny, and that's why I love it. I love it.
My favorite joke from Happy New Year is कि अरे बहन छोड़ना यार.
Yeah. They do. It's all nonsense like that only.
Yeah.
It's just junk jokes. It's
Okay.
junk.
Okay.
I love Happy New Year. I love Happy New Year. So yeah. So I mean, I off the top of my head, these are the three movies I can think of right now because we are in the zone of comedy,
Comedy,
but I
yeah,
don't have
yeah,
any
sure.
like top these things.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, since we were ranting and raving about Phir Hera Pheri, I mean, it's a movie that I can now watch, but once the ending comes, I switch off. I don't want to see that chaos.
Do you
and
think
that
it's
pandemonium.
do you think it was a clever choice to have that open ended, or like you said, because Lock Stock ended that way?
Once Lock Stock came, it messed my mind up. It ruined everything that I liked about the movie when I realized, okay, dude, it's the same shit. It hurts. Remember the
Yes,
first
yes.
time you found out something you liked is copied?
Yeah.
It really hurts. Like, जब प्यार ने 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 जब प्यार किसी से होता है
yeah.
ta-da-da, ta-da-da. When I heard the original,
That song's a copy
yeah,
of what?
there is an English version, ta-na-na-na-na-na-na-na, and I'm like, no.
That for me was the I just called to say I love you.
It's like कि वो टाइम पे just because लोगों को knowledge कम था तो उनको उल्लू बना रहे थे. So
चल रहा था ना, सबका चल रहा था.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
exactly, people have made careers out of ullu badawing and it's worked.
yeah.
I mean, this day and age it wouldn't, but it's okay. Choro. Let's not
Okay.
get into the
Cool.
negative nitty-gritties.
Let's get into the categories.
Funny movie.
I think we are running out of time.
Oh no!
So, Sahil from Phir Hera Pheri, what do you think has aged the best? What do you think has not aged so well?
It's the best.
Yeah. As in one aspect you think totally works for you today, and one thing we kind of spoke about it, but if you had to like summarize it in two categories,
The characters, I would like to say,
have not aged well.
no, have aged very well. As
Okay.
in, again, like we said, not aged well, obviously.
the ivory.
Yeah.
But age well, I mean, to have an ensemble cast of some of the greatest
Yeah.
comedic voices of the country and each of them playing an iconic character. Each one gets it, right? Nanji Bhai is there. You have Manoj Joshi. Is
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Johnny Lever, Manoj Joshi,
Yeah.
Rajpal Yadav.
There's Sunil Pal in a sidey role. There's
Yeah, yeah,
Kiku Sharda, who's one of the sidekicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Character has his own knick-knack.
Yeah.
You know, like to see Ravi Kishan.
Yeah.
You know, and I forget the boss's name. He's very, very famous.
I know.
Like the real name?
Yeah, the real-
Yeah.
Sharat Saxena.
Sharat
Sharat
Saxena.
Saxena.
Yeah.
No, these are all characters also that you have seen in serious roles.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah, true.
Manoj Joshi is a
Yeah,
fantastic
yeah.
serious actor if he
Yeah.
wants to be.
Yeah.
Sharat Saxena as a villain so many times. Ravi Kishan also has done is to see them play dumb. Like each character has it's like a trump card. You know what I mean to say? Character trait. Tall man. You know, what was the thing you used to say when you play Clash? Tall man, chess, blah, blah,
Yeah,
Clash.
correct.
So it is like that, you know.
Yeah.
Each character has his own fan
Qualities,
base.
yeah.
It's like a boss battle, you know. Like
Yeah.
this is your boss
Yeah,
battle for this.
yes.
So I think that I really appreciate. But
Okay.
like we said, black guy, ivory teeth,
Sure.
definitely not aged
Right.
well.
Urjita, for you, what is the best and what hasn't aged well?
I think what has aged the best are just the few well-written jokes. I feel the ones that I have already mentioned on the episode. The characters for me have also aged the best. Every character I feel, including Johnny Lever and Sunil Pal, but we didn't talk about Sunil Pal. Sunil Pal and also Kiku Sharda.
Yeah. Does Kiku
so
Sharda have a line in this movie? I don't know.
I don't think he
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
बस वो भाई 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 कुछ तो बोल रहा है.
Yeah.
तो during that balcony scene.
Yeah.
So yeah, the characters have aged very well. Dude, I think the songs also have aged well. Songs are also very nice. I like the songs. They are like, honestly, you don't get to see a lot of funny songs, intentionally funny songs in films.
All day, all night, मुझे याद सताए तेरी.
Hmm.
दिल की बात समझ ले.
कर ले दिल की
दिल
हेरा
की
फेरी।
बात बता. All day, all night, मुझे याद सताए तेरी, हाय हाय याद सताए तेरी. दिल की बात समझ ले, कर ले दिल की हेरा फेरी, मुझको याद सताए तेरी, हाय हाय याद सताए
Himesh had
तेरी.
to speak. कितनी है
Adama, Adama. He purposely says Adama.
At his peak, and it makes the song comes out of nowhere. He's just like chutta de de, and then now they're dancing in Shakti Mills. You know what I mean to say?
Yeah.
Abbas, what about you? What is age well
For
and not
me, I agree. The characters have aged well. The chemistry between all of them, like even in scenes where it's Akshay, Johnny together,
Yeah.
Paresh Rawal and Sharat Saxena together, they all gel very well. What hasn't aged well, I think I don't like the climax. I think it's too chaotic and too
Sure.
stuffed together. And yeah, I think between the two, I think I prefer the first because it's slightly more.
ठीक है यार कितनी बार बोलेगा यार
and well done.
से यार
And Neeraj Vohra is not as good a director as Priyadarshan. So
No, I think I honestly.
Dude, like in some scenes there's that weird fisheye lens thing that's happening. I'm like, why is this required in this scene? Whereas if you watch first Hera Pheri, it's more universal and consistent in its look.
I think we can just I think if we were to give this
Also, this is clearly the most successful film Neeraj Vohra has directed because his other films that he's directed are not successful.
I think we
Honestly,
should start playing a fun game,
Huh.
right? After every podcast, you should have a game called Last Words, right? What are the last words you say before you die? I told you. My last words, call the kids over, Tali slap.
Tali slap,
Right,
yeah.
slap, huh.
Your last words would be like, come here. I really think the first Hera Pheri is better than the second.
Yeah, and by that time there'll be 5 Hera Pheris, so I'll be like
Yeah.
the first one.
And Urjita, obviously, we know her last words are going to be
Bipasha.
Bipasha Basu. Yaad
What
rakhna.
if your last name was
Yeah,
Basu?
and then she goes. Just
And there's this ancient meme one of my colleagues left for you.
No, but
If you
फिर
had to-
but
हाँ,
I'll say कि फिर हेरा फेरी में इतनी सारी चीजें हो रही है and yet I was like paying attention to every little thing. I think Neeraj Vohra has directed
yeah,
very well.
yeah.
So by that
He's
logic,
written it well. The direction I think could have been better.
I have directed 3 short films in my college. How many films have you directed?
One, and it was very bad. So a short
So
film only.
whose say matters more? Bas.
You directed a few EIC sketches, right?
And short films in my
Oh
college.
man, you were also from Jai Hind.
I was Casey.
Oh,
Jai Hind's
Cheek, very
rival.
If you had to program a double feature with Phir Hera Pheri, Which one would you?
Oh, Phir Hera Pheri Bhagam Bhag.
Okay.
It is
Yeah.
right there. It's
Yeah,
got
yeah,
everyone and it's got Govinda.
Hmm.
And it's got the same level of chaos, the same level of madness that
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
If I watch Phir Hera Pheri and Bhagam Bhag put together,
Insane.
it's going to be cackles and peels and people would just break. So yeah.
Okay. Urjita, for you?
Oh man, I should have thought of it. I should have thought of it. I think Hera Pheri only, dude.
1 and 2 together.
Oh, sorry, Chup Chup Ke. Chup Chup Ke.
Incidentally, is released on the same day, by the way.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
Both of them,
yeah,
yes. But
yeah.
Phir Hera Pheri clearly outgrows
Yeah.
Chup
Chup
Ke
Chup Ke for our family is that film जिसके dialogues हम quote करते हैं.
Yeah, nice.
So for us की जो भी ला रही है दो लाना. Dad like when my mom says चाय कितनी बनाऊँ कितनों के लिए. My dad is like जो भी ला रही है दो लाना.
cute.
We love it.
That's very cute.
Yeah.
I also did not think this through. Phir Hera Pheri, I wanted to, what do you call, pair it with another sequel. So I would say Lage Raho Munna Bhai and Phir Hera Pheri.
Oh nice.
Yeah,
What
the
a
two-
very
I
different
know.
film.
Very
But
interesting.
two
Yeah.
sequels that almost outdid their predecessors. So
Yeah.
that was
No, not really.
Well, Lage Raho
Munna
Munna
Bhai
Bhai-
MBBS is better than Lage Raho
It is,
Munna
but
Bhai. But Lage Raho Munna Bhai is not like a disappointment. It's a very good film.
Esteem-wise,
Individually.
Lage Raho Munna Bhai is considered superior because it's dealing with Gandhi and Gandhian principles. So that's why.
Yeah.
Finally, if you had to rate Phir Hera Pheri on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being, oh my god, it was a product of its time and nothing has aged well, and 10 being, I find something new every time I watch it. 10? Okay, even with the ivory teeth.
Doesn't matter. Dude, I was watching it yesterday on YouTube.
Right.
Okay, firstly, it's a 2.5 hour long
Yeah.
movie. I don't even think I have the attention span
Yeah.
for like the opening credits. Okay, so
Yeah.
I go through. There's this random thing where there's a vada pav wala and there he's beating the vada pav. You know, ek ka do.
Yes.
And he's beating and he's just, I'm looking at.
Teri bain.
Yeah. If do I know the vada pav wala? Is he an actor now? You
Yeah,
know, choto
yeah,
Easter eggs. That way, I want to know. Man, I'm telling you, it could be nostalgia speaking. As I said earlier, it could be like, you know, hey man, you remember Melody? Melody used to be so good.
The chocolate.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hypothetically,
Yeah.
it's reaching out to a certain phase of your life where things were purer and things were simpler. I'm a comedian. We're all comedians. We write jokes. We obviously have a much more higher sense of humor. And if you look back, you will not laugh at that. But to make someone, I personally feel if I'm very difficult, like I'm easy also to laugh. Like you can
Yeah,
make me
yeah,
laugh
yeah.
very easily.
Yeah.
But also sometimes I'm very judgmental. Where I'm like, itna smart nahi tha, itna. Hera Pheri is that perfect blend of stupid yet smart. It's that perfect blend of nostalgia yet, you know, like just it's perfect. For me, it's perfect. And like I said, I come from a place of nostalgia.
Yeah,
So I would
right.
give it a 10 out of 10.
Okay, perfect score. For you, Urjita?
On a scale of has it aged well,
Yeah.
I think it is 9.75.
तो ये 0.25 किसलिए काटा?
क्यों काटा?
There, I have my reasons. नहीं मतलब थोड़ा बहुत अभी मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा है, but there were elements like the ivory thing, and then there were 2-3 other elements which I remember थोड़ा jarring लगा था, उसके लिए मैंने
Okay.
काटा है.
And
Yeah.
on a rewatchability scale?
Rewatchability, I think it's 10. I think
Okay.
it's a very good film.
Okay.
You can rewatch.
Nice. For me...
Especially the first 25 minutes are very, very rewatchable. Just that if you play on...
Yeah.
Funny.
Yeah.
Too funny.
अभी देखा मैं बोला for me, she cut me off, उसको नहीं बोलेगा.
I would give it 1 out of 10 because I personally think the first Hera Pheri was
Exactly.
way better.
No, I would give it a 7 on a Has It Aged Well scale. It's funny, but I like
Dude, Abbas, your name should be Abbas.
rewatchability 8 on 10. I think it's rewatchable and it's has a bunch of very good jokes. And like you said, the meme legend of this film has persisted through the years.
₹150 देगा.
Cool. So 10, 9.75 and 7. Pretty high scoring.
Yeah.
Let's quickly do the alternate rating segment and wrap this up. Let's go. Alright, so this is the alternate ending segment where we suggest an ending other than the way the film ended, or we pitch a sequel. Kind of, we said we don't want a sequel, but we'll see if we have an idea. So originally, how the film ends is, of course, Raju is reaching for the guns, which are very precious, and Shyam and Babu Rao are trying to call him, and the phone is ringing, but he's not able to pick up. That's where the film ends. Sahil, do you have an alternate ending, any other end that if whatever, Nadiadwala comes to you and be like, we are re-releasing this with a new ending, what would you
Yeah,
suggest?
I think it would have been a nicer thing where the something to do with he loses the guns, but he
Okay.
finds something else,
Ah.
something of value,
Okay.
like maybe like they find the ganja warehouse or something like that, something that it would be damn good if they start their own gang, like it ends with them starting their own gang or them
Yeah.
selling
Okay.
money and them getting into that business. That would be a fun,
Okay.
different way. Just take the characters from, you're still stuck in poverty, but imagine you're earning Walter White levels of money, but you're still
You still
The standard-
from here.
from here,
You can't show off, yeah.
That'd be a fun one.
There's nothing worse than you having wealth but not being able to show it.
I
Yeah.
mean, I
So-
know. Look at me. I came today in a train.
Do you have an alternate ending? or a
Alternate
sequel?
ending honestly मेरे दिमाग में था कि already इस फिल्म में इतनी चीजें हो रही हैं. I think it could do without a
Without an ending.
complicated ending. I liked this the way it is. ये वाला मुझे पसंद है कि वो cliffhanger पे छोड़ दिया because like there is this hope ना कि
Yeah.
part 3 भी आएगा. तभी भी
Yeah.
उनको पता था.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
And also, it
18
only
साल तो
makes
हो गए.
sense that like a comedy film without any sense in it ends on a cliffhanger like this, where you're like, "Yeah, bhai, yaar, वापस ये लोग." So I think
I have a sequel idea. So,
एक नंबर से मेरे को बोलना
आबास
है.
का सीक्वल आइडिया है कि मूवी खत्म हो जाता है, फिर गाना हो जाता है एंड क्रेडिट्स पे. Oh my god, post credits.
And Akshay Kumar is saying, guys, actually, Hera Pheri is
Yeah,
better than
yeah,
Phir Hera
yeah,
Pheri."
yeah, yeah. Abbas is like, guys, please, Hera Pheri.
Deadpool comes, breaks the fourth wall, and is like, the first Hera Pheri was better. Anyway, no, my sequel idea is so. It's a bit of your thing that they get into this shady business of
Yeah.
making money.
Yeah.
They're getting by, they're making good money, but there's this new cop who gets a whiff of this new gang who's doing all this kind of thing. It's a female cop, and she goes after them tooth and nail. And now Sham Baburao and apna Akshay Kumar, what's his name? Raju, they're kind of like in the later stages of their career. So they're like, you know what? We are
Career.
at the career. And like, we're going to do one last heist. And after this, we're going to retire. And this cop is after them and this female. They're like, who is this? Like, she's always after us. She's going after us with a vengeance. And we find out it's actually Devi Prasad's daughter who's grown up now. And she's like, these three men who saved my life. And now I, as a cop, have to go after them because it's my duty to put
Wow.
them behind bars.
Ek minute. If they saved her life,
Yeah.
why would she want to go after
Because she's
them?
a cop. She's an honest cop. So she's now in this
No,
dilemma.
but then now she knows whether should she catch them or should they
Yeah,
this thing.
yeah.
And then they have like a Scooby-Doo chase where they are running through the doors like that, and then they catch her and they remove her mask, and it was not a girl, but it was a fish all along. It was Bipasha Basu.
Thank you so much. That brings us to the end of this episode.
I just realized you are a Scooby-Doo episode.
Oh my
And
God.
the fish
Personified
with Bipasha
version.
Basu
Oh
like,
my
if
God.
it weren't for those meddling kids.
I would have still swum around in the sea.
मैंने हिंदी में देखा था. I don't get what they say.
Oh
What did
my
it say in
God.
Hindi?
Scooby-Doo.
ये साले बच्चों की वजह से है. हाँ.
पागल है क्या? Like a very एकदम बीमार जैकी श्रॉफ का आवाज था वो.
Sahil, thank you so much for taking time out on
Yay,
a
thank you so
Friday
much for having
morning.
me, guys. Yeah,
And
I had a
being
lot
on
of fun.
Being on a
Of
podcast,
course.
despite your reservations about podcasts.
No.
Anything you want to plug? Where can people find you? Please.
Do you
tell
want to
us.
plug your podcast, Binge O'Clock?
Nah. Yeah, we have me and Ron Joshi run a pop culture podcast called Binge O'Clock, where it is the most like irregular is that about irregular podcast in the world. We did an episode 2.5 weeks ago, and I think we'll do one now. There is no plan, no flow, nothing, but it's on YouTube. You can check it out. And if you enjoyed this episode, I'm on Instagram at @Sahil Bulla, BULLA Raktao Khulla. That's another movie that has been
my option was to discuss Gunda with you, but Urjita was like, "Hey, that's a bad film, yeah."
Gunda. Podcast को delete कर दो, restart करो. Start again. Has it aged well, Gunda? Let's go. I will die on that hill talking about that movie. Okay.
I just wanna इस आदमी को आयोरी दांतों से प्रॉब्लम थी पर इसको गुंडा से प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. I just want
Gunda में I'm just going to end just
Yeah,
real
please.
quick by saying something, okay? 10 साल हो गए, more than 10 years. I changed my name I remember I was going through a phase on Facebook where I was changing my surname to random shit. So I was Sahil Shah. That's my real name. People are like, oh, bulla bulla. I'm like, man, asli naam Shah hai. Shah. Then I became Sahil Pa because the movie Pa had come out. Then I became Bulla, and Bulla became a thing wherein people started calling me Bulla. Till date, people call me Sahil Bulla. He said something. People call me that. And last month there was an activity for a brand where Mukesh Rishi unboxed something as Bulla.
Okay. Yeah, for the Deadpool
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And I had to post it, and I'm like, I can't believe that it has been 12 years of holding on to such a stupid name, but I got to utilize it for. I don't care.
You wrote the thing?
No.
Sure.
I had to just share it and do brand work, but. I keep thinking I should change my name back to Sahil Shah or Sahil Shah Comedy. Or people are not why is it still Sahil Bulla? But I love it. I just love every show. Thank you. My name is Sahil Bulla. Rakhta hu khulla. It is what it is. So yeah, SAHILBULLA. Watch it. Let me know what you thought, and if you have any opinions where you disagree with me, send me a message. Very happy to block you.
Andaz apna fans. You know where to reach. Anyway, Sahil's Instagram and YouTube links will be in the description. Urjita, where can people find you?
You guys can follow me on Instagram at @UrjitaVani, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel at @UrjitaVani, and come for my live shows. Thank you. Love
And
you.
if you're a chef who wants to have a new fish dish, we have given you enough ideas. And finally, you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Abbas Momin on Twitter and AbbasMomin88 on Instagram. If you're one of those who prefers the first Hera Pheri to the second one, slide into my DMs. That was the episode. Thank you, Sahil. Thank you.
ये क्या था? ये क्या call out था?
One last time, subscribe to the IBM Pop channel, like this video, share it with any
Yes,
Hera
please.
Pheri fans that you have, and we'll see you next week with a new guest and a new movie. Till then, bye-bye.